Hello class. So our topic today is the database connection using the C# and MySQL. So let's start. So first we have to create our database using the SAMP. So this is our database. So our database name is student database. Okay, so this is the name of the database, and then this is the name of the table. We have student table, okay, there, and then I created three columns. We have the ID, we have the name, and then we have the address. So for the structure of the database, okay, so for the ID, that is auto increment. For the name, that is text, or you can use the varchar if you want, and then the address. And then let's go now to the Visual Studio. Okay, and then let's try to create a new project. So new project, and then let's try database connection already. So database connection 2. Okay, okay, let's wait. Okay, so next, okay, so basically uh we created a Windows form. So this is a Windows form. Okay, next is we have to add references. So here in our Solution Explorer, right click references. Oh, by the way, if in case that this is not open, just click view and then Solution Explorer there. Okay, there. And the next is you have to right click references and add references, and then you have to um, select. Okay, browse, click browse, and then you have to select this one, MySQL data.dll, and then add, then click OK. Okay, so first, we have to create a button for the database connection for this topic, connection. So double click, you have to double click this one. Okay, so we created, this is our source code. So private void button one, click. By the way, if you want to go back to your design, you have to click this one. And then if you want to go to your source code, you can go click this one, or you can just double click or view source code. Right click and view source code. Okay, so for the database connection, now that we add the MySQL.data, so we are now ready to connect our Windows form to our database. Okay, so this is the code for the database connection. Okay, so this is the code for the database connection. We have string connection, connection string, data source, the default 127.0.0.1, port 3306. Root, the default is default username is root, password is none, it's blank. And then for the database name, that is in our PHP my admin. So the database name is student database underscore database. So we have to change. Okay, so we have to change the database name. So we have student database. student underscore database. Okay, next is we have a query. So later on, this is um yeah, so this is the query. So later on, this is very useful. So we have the save button, show button, we have the update, and we have the delete. Okay, so for the meantime, let's make it blank for the query. And then next is we have the this following code. Okay, so we have the MySQL connection, okay, and then database connection variable, and then new. So we created an object for the database connection. So these are the objects. Okay, the database connection, this is an object. So if you will notice, this is error because we have to import or use the MySQL that data that MySQL client. So what I did is just click this one, just hover your mouse here, click, and then click down arrow, and then using MySQL. So there you go. So we have here the MySQL data, that MySQL client. Anyway, so there we created a database connection that is connected to the connection string. If you will notice, this is the connection string. Okay, and then we created an object. This is a variable. This is the variable database connection. And then here we have the query so that um, it will connect our database connection, okay, and then our query. For the query, we have the save, read or show, we have the update, and then we have the delete. So later on, we'll be having a demonstration on that. And then we have the database connection timeout for 60 seconds. But this is optional. If you want, you can remove this code. Okay, so next is we have the try and catch. Okay, so this is the try and catch. Okay, so if in case that we don't have any error in here in this part of our code, then it will do this part of code. But if in case that we have an error in here, so if in case that the database name is wrong or the username or password, etc., then um, it will show an error message. So it will go to the catch method. Okay, so next is here. Okay, so let me remove some code. Okay, even this one. So okay, so this is blank. Okay, so we don't have any query yet. Yeah, by the way, for our example here, so let's try to select. Okay, so let's go to our database and then SQL, click SQL, and then here just copy this one, and then let's go back to our Visual Studio. So this is our Visual Studio, so paste in our query, paste. So there, select all from the student table where one, so meaning it will get all the data from our database. Next, next is we have the database connection. So we have to open our database connection. So there, and then next is we have the command execute reader. So the command execute reader, or this one, so MySQL data reader, will read now from our database. Yeah, okay, and then yes, this one, this is connected to this one command database to our query and database connection. Okay, query and database connection, which is our query select all, and then our connection string is this one. Okay, next, so once we execute the reader, then it will show a message box connected. Okay, And then if in case that it doesn't have any error, it will pop up this one, or if in case that we have an error, then it will show the an error in our message box. So let's try. Click the green one, this one, start button. Okay, so let me show you the output. Okay, for the output, there. Okay, so this is the output. So when we click the connection, okay, so we have, so let me show you the message box there, connected, and then you can click OK. So this is a message box. Okay, so this is the message box. So when you click OK, so this means that our database connection is correct, doesn't have any error. Okay, so next, so let's go back to our code. So let's try, if in case that we change the database, let's try to put some error. Okay, and then click run. Okay, let's wait. Where's the output? Okay, so this is the output. Then let's try to click connect. So it will pop up a message showing the error. Okay, so this is the error. So authentication of host 1270 unknown database, student database underscore database 123. So when you go back to our source code, if you will notice here, we have the catch method. So if in case that there's an error in here, then it will show an error in our message box. Okay, so next topic. Okay, so our next topic will be the save or create module. So thank you for listening. Goodbye.